I was always the quiet girl in my family. While my younger sister Sophia was praised for the smallest things, I was treated as if I didn't truly belong in that house. My parents never missed a chance to remind me that Sophia was the successful one, the beautiful one, the daughter who deserved everything. When I graduated from high school, my parents told me clearly, "We can't afford university for both of you. Sophia has a future. You need to start working." I swallowed my pain and gave up on my dreams. I got a job at a small programming company as a junior technical assistant. It wasn't perfect, but it was all I had. I worked harder than everyone else. Long nights, tired eyes, and cold coffee beside my computer. I gave everything I had. Months turned into years, and slowly, my effort started to pay off. My manager noticed my talent, and I began to receive promotions and bonuses, until I finally earned a decent salary. I moved into a modest apartment and started building my own life. For the first time, I felt proud of myself. But my family noticed too. At first, they called just to check on me. Then the request started. "Sophia needs money for her studies. Your sister deserves a better phone. You're working now, help your family." I hesitated, but guilt always won. I began sending money regularly. They thanked me, but never for me. It was always, "Thanks to you, Sophia can live comfortably." Sophia, on the other hand, never once called to ask how I was. One evening, while visiting home, I overheard a conversation that wasn't meant for me. My mother said coldly, "Why should we spend on her? She doesn't need much. Everything we save is for Sophia." Those words wounded me deeper than anything I had ever felt. And yet, I kept giving. I convinced myself that love meant sacrifice, that my role in this family was to remain in the shadows. Until the day I discovered the truth. I saw photos on social media. Sophia on luxury trips, wearing expensive clothes, dining in high-end restaurants. All paid for with my money, the money I earned at the cost of my health and dreams. When I finally confronted them, my father said coldly, "You're stronger. Sophia is sensitive. You should understand." In that moment, something inside me shattered. That night, I sat alone in my apartment and asked myself, when was the last time anyone truly cared about me? When was I ever a priority? From that moment on, everything changed. I stopped sending money. I stopped answering their calls. I finally stopped sacrificing myself to please them. I began to focus on me. I enrolled in advanced programming courses and worked on improving my skills. I stayed up late working on extra projects. The road wasn't easy, but this time, I was fighting for myself. After a while, I received an offer from a major tech company. Higher salary, respectful environment, and appreciation I had never known before. My life transformed completely. I became independent, strong, confident, and for the first time, I felt like I was truly living. Years passed, and I distanced myself from them in silence. Then one day, there was a knock on my door. They stood there, my parents and Sophia, with exhausted faces and eyes filled with regret. They told me her life had fallen apart and that they needed my help. I looked at them calmly, without anger, without tears. I said softly, "You are the ones who taught me how to live without you. And now, I finally know my worth." And I closed the door. Not out of revenge, but out of respect for myself. Because I learned that those who did not see me in my weakness do not deserve me in my strength. But my story did not end with that one decision. Before I reached this strength, I went through long days where I would return to my apartment exhausted, drop my bag on the floor, and sit in the dark wondering if I was being cruel, if I was wrong, if I was truly selfish. I missed the idea of family. Not them, but the family I always wished they could be. I remember my childhood clearly. How I watched them buy Sophia new toys and clothes while I kept hearing, "Be patient, your turn will come." A turn that never did. In my new job, nothing was easy. I faced big challenges, complex projects, and constant pressure. But I smiled while I worked, because this time, I was doing it for me, not to please anyone. One night, as I reviewed lines of code on my screen, I realized something important. I no longer cried for them. I no longer searched for their approval. I no longer waited for an apology that would never come. I was healing. While Sophia struggled with the consequences of hollow favoritism, I was rebuilding myself, brick by brick. I learned how to say no, how to set boundaries, and how to protect my heart without hating anyone. And today, as I look at my life, I understand that what happened to me was not just in